Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gents. This is the Jar Media podcast, or Posdact, or
For fuck's sake, so you mess it up as well?
You criticise me?
No, I was going through all the names. James has made that a name now. Jar Media podcast, Posdact, Yogs Pog, whatever.
Mean chat.
Someone nearly lost the job interview because of the YogsCast.
What?
I'll get into that in a minute. But I'm Alex. Over here is James, and on the far to my right is Jamie. No Ruben this week because
he's too busy twerking.
Yeah, he's too busy twerking.
National Twerking Championship.
Yeah, he got a job at strip club, didn't he?
It's funny how much twerking he does when he's not on the show.
I know. And then he's like, "Ew, I can't do it."
And then when he's not on an episode, well, normally when he's on an episode, we can't talk about it because he'll dispute it, he'll lie and say that he didn't do it.
Mine's a pretty big. Ruben.
We can be candid when he's not.
When
here.
he's had half a pint, he's just twerking non-stop.
Sometimes he pretends to drink. If you notice that, just so he can have an excuse to do it.
Just so he can be like, "Whoa, guys, I'm a bit tipsy. Look out, the twerking's on the way."
It's like when we last went to a restaurant, he just broke out straight into twerking. It was like,
because when you have a drink before you get the food,
he
was
just like, "Ruben, stop! You're embarrassing us. We need to eat." He was out of control.
He's got like no social boundaries.
Yeah, it's really difficult to deal with.
I just mentioned the person who nearly lost a job because of the podcast. Yeah. This podcast,
a job interview on actual job.
Let me let me read you the story here.
This is interesting.
This is from user on Reddit Dan Stereo.
Right, Dan.
The headline being, "Jar almost made me screw up a job interview." Hey Jarlings, long time fan, first time posting. So I live in Bristol, and I recently had a job interview to work for a company owned by YogsCast. During my interview, I felt everything was going pretty well, and then I was asked, "Are you familiar with the Yogs?" I totally almost lost it. It took all of my mental discipline not to burst out laughing. I managed to get straighten up and back on track, but then I couldn't stop thinking about it. I almost kept cracking up. He got the job though, so
sweet. So he's our in to the actual YogsCast.
Yeah, I'm curious what that job was, but
a company owned by the YogsCast.
They must have a million
that's weird, but
things going on with how prolific
huge.
They are.
That's
a great
really
story
weird.
though.
Because our entire Yogs joke was the fact that
we're like the start of a virus in a way. But all it takes is we're like one flood spore, where it's all it takes is one, and then the effect it can have. Can just go deep. Like every now and again, someone posts screenshots of people on Pornhub who have left comments with Ruben as their profile picture. Just stuff like that. It just weeds in.
And shitpost bot on Twitter has posted a picture of Ruben before as well.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah,
it's like we're slowly leaking out into the meme atmosphere.
Kind of undercover.
We're undercover operators.
So how are we doing today, lads?
Doing pretty good. It's Friday. For us, anyway.
Anyone else going to lie through their teeth, Jim?
What?
Yeah?
What? No, what did you just say about teeth?
With Teeth is not one of my favourite 9 Inch Nails albums.
I lose track of which one's which.
There's so many.
Yeah, because they're all the fucking same.
They're not, Jim.
There's the only two good, great albums I can pick up at the top of my head is the newest one and Pretty Hate Machine. That's kind of it in terms of 9 Inch Nails albums.
Okay. All the Nin fans are going to have a go at you for that one.
Are they not the popular opinions?
No.
What? So Pretty Hate Machine isn't one of their...
No, that one is, but, whatever.
Not my favourite song's not even from that album, so... Whatever.
So I started watching Mad Men.
Oh, yeah.
A couple days ago.
Mad Men?
I've just seen one episode, but it's a really good first episode.
Yeah.
What Mad Men? What is Mad Men again?
It's the one with John Hamm.
It's a TV show.
No, but I recognise it.
Set in what, the 40s, 50s?
60s.
Who's in it?
Wait, is it this? I think it's the 60s.
They were
John
businessmen or whatever. I've never seen it.
They work. It's about people that work for an advertising like business.
That's right. Yeah.
And they're trying to advertise cigarettes, just as it's like come out that cigarettes are not very good for you.
Oh, I didn't realize it was about that.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
and it's crazy because there's no like big conflicts or crazy drama. It's just like really convincing and
Interesting.
interesting characters and stuff.
Might have to check it out. I happened to actually go on an article today that was like the best pilot episodes of all time, and Madman was in like the top 10 of them.
Madman
Was in there, yeah.
But yeah,
Oh yeah.
just give the first episode a watch and see what you think.
It's on Netflix in the UK.
Yeah, there's like the only thing that puts me off with watching more is that there's like 8 seasons and there's loads of episodes per season, and each episode is like 45 minutes long.
Yeah, it's
So
quite
it's just quite a big like thing to jump
It's
into.
like just a thing you just watch every day. You just watch an episode and then just grab,
or just like one a week.
yeah,
You know.
drag it out.
Speaking of Netflix, I've rewatched all of Arrested Development.
I did that too
'cause
recently.
There was a newish season at this point. You ever seen it, James?
No.
Do you know anything about it?
No.
It's a pretty famous American sitcom.
I've heard about it. 'Cause
Comedy.
You talk about it.
It's pretty excellent. The first 3 seasons are like great, and then season 4 hits, which was the first Netflix season, and it's just a complete clusterfuck.
It is.
I've seen both. Like, it's really weird because they released that season originally, and it was in structure was completely different to the previous show.
God, it was awful.
It was very weird. And then Netflix or whoever was in charge of it did this strange thing where they remixed the season. So they took it from like 12 episodes, edited it around, added a bunch of new narration and jokes and stuff, and turned it into like 22 episodes or something in a completely different format. That must have taken a hell of a lot of work to
Jesus
do.
Christ.
To try and make all those time, because it's like a weirdly complex show in terms of it's a simple story.
Season 4 particularly has all these crossing over bits, almost to the point where it's just like, what the fuck? Like, why is this even necessary?
Yeah. It's utterly contrived, which is a shame because there's some really funny bits in it.
It is annoying because like a lot of the time the joke is that coincidentally this person was actually a character, you know. And it's
that
like
kind of thing, yeah.
not really very funny.
Or that something they did resulted in another, whatever. But then they released a new season, half of a new season recently. Which was pretty good. I think so. It says more episodes coming soon.
After sitting through season 4, season 5 is delicious. It's really good. But the thing with season 4 is that it's just like an alright season. But coming after season 1, 2 and 3, which is like that's some of the best comedy.
I'd still say season 4 is probably a bit better than even the best season of that. What's that cop show called?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, you're probably
still say it's
right.
better just because the characters are so much funnier. The actors are so much funnier.
Terry Crews is in season 4.
He is, actually. But yeah. Speaking of sitcoms and like fucking Marvel movies and shit, the director of Infinity War and Civil War and the second Captain America film directed a bunch of episodes of Arrested Development.
Makes sense then.
Which makes sense because Arrested Development's about loads of different characters sort of juggling like similar things.
Maybe that's like
storylines.
his skill is just like being able to manage all this different.
It's really cool though to see that. I like seeing that in Community and like how they've risen. But
I remember there's reading something where there's like a paintballing episode of Community.
Every season they did like a sort of genre episode where it was like some kind of usually like action thing.
Yeah. Well, apparently specifically that paintballing one, they used that episode to show that they're capable of doing like fight scenes for Captain America 2.
Yeah.
So that was quite funny.
We rewatched Infinity War.
Yeah.
Just the other day. I haven't seen it. I only saw it once at the cinema. So I was curious, a bit trepidatious, like is it was going to hold up. Was
it
the
just the hype?
zeitgeist, the hype of it? But I liked it exact same, pretty much.
I'd probably enjoy watching it a second time.
The only bits that, I mean, I felt the same after first watching it. I'm not hugely into the Wakanda bit.
That is the weakest part of the film.
Like, even just thinking back to it, yeah.
And the part
really
where
bad.
Thor is like building his axe.
I like this. I like.
See, I'm okay with that bit. It's more the Wakanda.
Well, I'm okay with it, but it's just not.
But I'd say the Wakanda stuff I'd actually like happily sort of fast forward.
Yeah.
But I'm fine with the making the new weapon for Thor or whatever. I like Wakanda once Thor shows up though. I think that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
And how it ends.
from then onwards, Wakanda's fine.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it doesn't dwell on that part anymore.
Yeah.
After that scene,
It was just weird because everything else in the movie is like really impressive in some way, whether it be like what the characters are saying to each other or just simply how it looks or what the action scene is like. But it's the only one that's like harkens back to even Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
it's
it's just shit we've seen before.
Yeah.
Like Avengers fighting loads of things.
loads of creatures that we have no investment in or care about.
I mean, the more interesting thing is that they're actually more powerful than the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually quite a difficult fight, but even then it's just
it makes
like,
it satisfying when Thor comes in and saves the day. But apart from that, like...
That was a really good moment in the cinema.
It was cool. You could feel the energy.
Yeah.
Anything else of note happen?
I bought Rainbow Six Siege on PC. That's about it.
Jim?
No.
Oh, that Ruben, we really have nothing to talk about, huh?
No, it's not that. It's the fact that we are very relaxed and chilled individuals and we listen to jazz and Ruben's just like 9 Inch Nails. That's Ruben. And, you know, when without him, there's a bit of a different dynamic. That's it. It's not like Jar's any worse. It's just different, you know?
Do you know what keeps happening right before we record an episode? With me specifically.
What?
I just happen to be on my phone and then I just see something that like gets under my skin in some way. Normally like a comment or a Reddit post or something.
And what happened today then?
What happened today?
Yeah, what's under
why are you
your
such
skin?
a fucking grump?
What's going to pop out of your skin?
I was just looking at my Reddit page, as you do. As I do. And someone I'd never like seen before who doesn't watch my videos, or maybe they've seen like a couple, left this like 3 or 4 paragraph like thing of why they hate me and why my channel sucks. And that even to the point where they were like, I just hate him because he's successful.
Oh.
And that makes me hate him like even more.
That's classic PewDiePie, like.
No, isn't that
haters.
classic like hipster like YouTuber? Like, I only watch people who don't have subscribers. I only watch people who can't make a living off the things
The
they
thing
do.
is, I'd understand that complaint if 50% of your videos were like, look at my new house, guys. Check out my new ride.
Check out my Lamborghini.
Yeah.
My helicopter.
And then you make a rap song about your Lamborghini.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go in a boxing match.
But it's like, I'm okay with people leaving like hate comments on YouTube, but it's like, I don't really advertise the Reddit
at all.
I suppose it's in the description, like way down. But even then, if I like find a video that I really don't like, I won't like go to the Reddit page and write a huge description.
No, but
and even then, it wasn't even like helpful to me in any way.
Yeah.
It was just like
be less popular. Like
do
make
what I
worse
want
videos.
Yeah.
So less people watch them. Like
yeah.
The thing with YouTube is that like you shouldn't go to their places and have a go at them, like the video creators.
Yeah.
Like just don't watch their shit. If you don't like them from the get-go, don't watch their shit. Like that's it. You like vote with your
attention.
Your attention, yeah. I was gonna say wallet, but it doesn't really apply for YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
What I do understand is when a creator has a bunch of fans and they change their videos, they do something different, and people complain about that. That I can like understand the perspective.
Yeah.
But people that just don't like you from the get-go, say do this, this, and this. They're a minority.
They didn't even have suggestions on how to improve. It was just this is why you're bad. I'm right, whatever.
Yeah.
To the point where it's like, yeah, I just can't understand why people would like that thing or whatever. It's just like in that exact moment where you just like don't want to see something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Normally I go to, because my Reddit's really good for if people who actually watch my videos, if there are things they don't like about one, they'll be honest and they'll actually tell me so I can actually learn from it and change stuff based on it. But when people like that come in, it's just like, okay, it's just no different to a hate comment then, basically.
Yeah.
Just with slightly more malice, because they've put that much more effort in for me to see it, I guess.
I know people like that. I remember the days when you started becoming popular and then there was threads about you on 4chan. I remember that.
But that I kind of deserved a lot of those ones because I made that really bad video about 4chan.
Yeah.
So I was asking for it with that one.
No, but it was even before that. No, actually. I'm trying to think back. It was so fucking long ago now that I've just forgotten. But it was crazy.
You did one on like Tumblr or something?
Yeah, and that's the one that people...
Oh yeah, that one probably did something too. What?
That's how it was.
Oh.
Your Tumblr.
I'm fine with that Tumblr video. Apart from that one sentence or whatever.
What sentence was it anyway? I can't remember.
If you're
I
not
defended
feminist,
feminism.
you're a dick or something.
Yeah.
No, but doesn't that like offend people who aren't feminist?
Yeah, but what happened was it turned into an argument about the word more than what I actually
because
meant.
people at that point people were really against feminism.
Yeah, it was that feminism phase. It was like
the radical when SJW videos or like anti-SJW videos were at their peak.
Yeah, and it's just like feminist is like.
See, if I just phrased it differently, the same sentence with different words.
If you didn't use the word feminist,
yeah, exactly.
If you don't
believe in equal rights,
yeah.
And I'm working on a comment comeback for the 13 Reasons Why video, and there are a bunch of comments relating to another similar thing. Whereas at one point in the video, I refer to the Asian character in it. I said I liked the way they handled the idea of toxic masculinity because I didn't know how else to describe it in a short way. So then I got a bunch of comments from people saying it's not a real thing. It was made to...
Toxic masculinity is not wanting to make your bum really nice. That's the definition.
But then I think toxic masculinity is like a fucking annoying term.
It is an annoying term. But I mean,
it exists to a certain extent.
Just again, it was just like I just got to not use phrases.
You can't use
But it's just annoying when you're writing a video because it's like, yeah, people might know what I mean. Most people will know what the fuck I'm alluding to here. But then there are people there are comments like, toxic masculinity, ? Fucking feminist. It's like, that's just completely ignoring the context of what I was even talking about.
People are fucking annoying. Like,
you just can't use anything associated with that sphere of YouTube.
That's what's annoying.
It's like if you say anything left wing though, the tamest thing, anti-SJW people are like, you're a fucking SJW piece of shit.
Cock.
Unsubscribed.
Cock.
But then you also get the same amount of comments from the other side too.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of those as well.
You just need to be not political in any way, shape or form on the internet if you want to.
I wasn't even trying to say it in a political way. I was trying to say it more in a social way anyway.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to use it as a way to imply that
men are toxically masculine.
Yeah. It was just about that whole character is built around that stereotypical
is that the one
Asian
with
family kind of pressures and
is that the Asian guy?
The Asian guy who revealed.
I thought you were talking about the Asian girl.
Oh no. He's got that whole story with his mother's he can't express himself to his mother because he feels.
I didn't watch season 2.
Oh shit. Anyway, yeah, that's that.
I gave up after I watched your video.
But it's just now it's great. So I've written a video. Look out for phrases that might upset people. I've used one. Okay, so let's write 3 sentences where I now have to describe in a way that doesn't use the phrase just to fill up.
It's making you put more effort into trying to adjust it for people who might get upset by it.
Yeah, then it becomes I'm not passionate about the political meaning of that word or
it's
whatever.
a word, and you use.
I'm just trying to describe. I'm just trying to give some context as to what I like or dislike about this character in a fucking TV show.
A dog shit TV show.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even matter.
I
at the end
really
of the day.
liked 13 Reasons Why 3. It was really good. I don't know what you're on about.
I don't know if you guys have been upset by comments on Jar or anything. You probably don't even look.
Every single comment upsets me, and I just sit in my room on a Monday afternoon and just sob.
There are some that piss me off. Like, I don't know if they're actual fan. Well, I mean, they must be because they like know our names and shit. But they'll be like, I hate this person, but I like this person, and this one's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't even say that. Who do you want to see this? Because if we see it, I mean, we're all friends.
Yeah, it's just going to make us feel bad.
Like, it's going to make us all pissed off. Like, it's not going to be like, oh, he said he likes me and no one else.
Yeah.
No, I feel good.
They can fucking hate me, they can hate you, but at the end of the day, we are us. There's not going to be Jar without us, so you can fuck off, because we're not going to just disappear because you don't like me or you don't like Alex or Jim. Like, you can be picky and you can like specific people, but it's just like, what's the point? Because we are Jar.
If you're commenting on someone's video, I don't know why you'd say that. Like, say how we can improve or something. Just don't say this person is dog shit. Get rid of them. Get fucking Markiplier instead.
I remember seeing comments like that, and then there was one episode where I was like upbeat, and the comment was like, I really enjoyed James's episode. He was so upbeat, and it's nice seeing him.
But
like
Jamie
that.
fucking sucks. He clearly hasn't showered in a week.
No, but it's. I think comments are important to be able to change and improve. But it's just like you can't get that from people on YouTube. People just don't understand that. So it's just meme.
I can't look at comments on IG. I can't do it. It's too fucking mind numbing.
I left the comment game many years ago. I just don't even look at comments anymore.
But there was a point where I'd look at every single comment.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do the same on Jar.
Just before like 100k subs or whatever, and then it just gets completely ridiculous, and you can't keep up with it.
So Jim, you've now made it so everyone who's commenting is just gonna be like, "Oh, I fucking hate Jim." That's it. It's all the comments.
At least you'll know that's a joke now, though.
Yeah.
No, but Alex is the Jar
That's what I
community.
tell myself. Anyway.
The joke, it won't ever end. It's just going to be the joke now for the next 6 years.
YouTube, man, it's weird.
It's fucked
It's a
up.
crazy place, and I'm not a part of YouTube that much at all. I hardly watch any videos. I don't comment. I'm just there, in my own little world.
Speaking of YouTube, KSI and Logan Paul are YouTubers. They're gonna fight. You hyped?
No.
You gonna watch it?
I'll just watch the knockout. I'll do a 20-second clip on YouTube.
I'll just see Keemstar's tweet.
fucking KSI.
Yeah, I was gonna
knocked
say
the
I'll
fuck
just
out
go
of
on
Logan.
Twitter tomorrow and see the moment.
I went on Apple TV the other day and looked at new releases, and I saw there was some KSI movie thing.
Yeah.
It was KSI's training for the boxing match.
Fucking hell.
It had a really edgy tagline.
Yeah.
Where, all you didn't see was the dedication,
Mhm.
tears, blood. It's he's a rich
It's big,
YouTuber.
it's big.
Come on.
Money and attention there.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. But it's if they actually got into a movie, even an amateur boxer, they just get smashed. They just get fucking obliterated.
They
'Cause
should
don't
do a
have to work.
2v2. They each get to choose a professional boxer. See what happens then.
So as
It's
soon as-
it's quite fitting though, isn't it? It's like a funny comment on YouTube fame or whatever.
hype culture. That's kind of what it
Or
is.
just it just boils down to two people punching each other.
Yeah.
And whoever punches the other one so hard that they're knocked out or gives
Wins.
up wins something.
Who was the
wins
last?
the
The thing is,
clout.
they're totally they've got this feud going on. Neither of them give a fuck about the existence of the other one. They're just making cash.
They're making money. That's
They're
all it is.
raking it
It's
in.
ever since the whole Conor McGregor and fucking Floyd Mayweather thing. It's boxing is just let's just do it. There's money in it, fam. Let's
It's
just
just
fight.
it
whatever.
becomes event
Yeah.
things.
This person who's shit versus this person who's really skilled. Fuck it. Let's just watch them fight.
It's the same with all media now. It's all kind of boiling down into event things. It's event movies. It's like this event music. Despacito, bro. Lele Pons track.
That's a good song.
I haven't seen it, but I know she wears
It's a
blue.
song.
She has blue hair in it, so
You just reminded me of that video every
Every day, bro.
No. That video that back when it came out, like every year 9 would have jerked off to with what the fuck's it called?
Katy Perry.
No, not Katy Perry. That
Nicki
one with
Minaj?
no, it's with all those girls in like is it like cheerleader outfits and they're all playing like trombone or whatever? Is it a trombone?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know which one you're on about. I know which one. There's like 2 though, I'm pretty sure.
Destination Unknown or whatever.
Yes, that one.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
It just says that over and over.
Yeah.
It's like the new version of that, bro.
With the green outfits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just with a white background.
You know the song Havana Unana?
I know the song, yeah.
Lele Pons was in the music video for that song. How
Really?
crazy is that?
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
But that's like a ridiculously popular song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or something.
And it's like it sounds exactly the same to
Yeah.
Lele Pons' song.
It's not Havana, no. It's Hibana,
Havana Unana.
If you ever play as Hibana, you've always got to.
It's Rainbow Six, by the way. James is talking about just for
right.
people that have no idea.
In chat, Hibana Unana. It'll be the global Rainbow Six phenomenon. I've had other people.
I invented that.
You did, because I always played as Hibana. But even when I go online now, if I join a match, if I play as Hibana, I've seen other people do it.
Yeah, because me,
It's really not that clever.
my friend and I always do it when someone plays as Hibana. So
I'm looking forward to the next Despicable Me movie where the minions come out. Banana.
oh yeah, that's good, Alex.
The next
God,
Minions movie.
We're the Unana like masterminds. Can't think of any others, but
Would I ever see a Despicable Me movie or Minions movie at the cinema?
Yes, judging how you're like going every other day, I'm certain you
I
will.
go every other day.
You've watched a lot of movies recently.
Yeah, because now I have a car, I can actually go and
It's
see
like
movies I want to
that's
see.
your thing.
check out Alex's new video. My new car.
My new car.
This is fucking sick Lamborghini.
No, but he needs to post a thumbnail on his Twitter account saying it covered up and be like, my new car.
Yeah, you got to keep it a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
You know that's going to be a Jar video eventually.
My new car.
When I get another car, it's going to be like, James's new car.
But then I'll buy like a 100 quid piece of shit, and then we can reveal that, and then you can drive off.
That's the PewDiePie video though.
Yeah,
Maybe we had like that music, the Lamborghini music, where you can do our own
It
spin
was in a
on.
Nissan Micra though, which is like £100 car. I'm getting a new car, by the way, soon. Eventually, maybe.
Anything else before we go into the break?
No.
Um,
Actually, yes.
Go on then. By the way, people want to know how long we normally spend in between the like ad break.
It's about an hour. We go downstairs and normally like cook something, you know.
get some pizza.
It's whatever happens, you know. Sometimes we'll round up just watching like a random shit movie. The longest time was when we watched that really bad movie.
Fast and Furious.
Not that one. The
8.
really bad one. The one by that bad YouTuber. I forgot his name.
Plenty of them, James, me included, clearly.
You know, what's his name, Alex?
Shane Dawson.
Oh fuck me!
That
The
was a good
Nostalgia
movie.
Critic.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
awesome. I love that.
That was an epic movie.
And with that, we'll be back after these messages.
This is why is this in the video? Why is this going in the video, Alex?
So this is the second part of the show where the Jar lads sit on our comfy sofa and goddamn do we answer some questions from the Jar Media Reddit.
It's not comfortable.
If you want to leave your own questions, head over to the Jar Media Reddit page. There will be a thread at the top. Leave your comment and you'll have a chance at us answering it and probably going off into an unrelated
Conversation about
segue
the
or-
political state of Bosnia.
Yeah. And we'll never actually get round to answering it, but anyway.
Oh my god.
What?
Whoa, wow. I only just noticed that the mic isn't actually there.
Fucking.
Yeah, I moved
grill.
it because
Fucking
Ruben's not
wicked.
here, so it's pointless having it there. Taking
I
up ugly
I don't
space.
think of that. I've had a tough week, Alex. I've been working hard.
So the top comment is from James House, who says, Alex, how does it feel to have considerably more subscribers than Red Letter Media, considering they're the best channel on YouTube and you're the worst?
James
Question mark.
House is a fucking idiot. What pleb.
Yeah.
That is weird, especially considering how
For
years
the channel
ago,
that has influenced and impacted so many of that kind of film community, every single one,
including you,
It's-
you
yeah.
fucking love the shit out of them.
yeah,
Well, and still do, but
everyone
I mean,
does.
like,
No, this is how it went, right? You either massively idolized Red Letter Media, or you massively idolized the Nostalgia Critic, or a bit of both.
And
Then it kind of goes down from there. I never fucked with the Nostalgia Critic. It was just Red Letter Media and
if
Spill.
you notice, all the people who idolise the Nostalgia Critic are all really low subscribers. And all the people who idolise Red Letter Media are all really high.
not true.
Well, the Nostalgia Critic
That
was
a
kind of
quality
like
anyway.
the Nostalgia Critic was the way in, because it was like a bit more accessible, easier to watch. And then once you got to a certain age, it was like, yeah, now we can upgrade to Red Letter Media.
Something that's good.
And they're still going strong.
Even I see Red Letter memes on my Twitter. Which is surprising.
They've got a pretty elitist fan base, though.
Ugh.
Yeah. Oh, it's not their
So do
fault.
we, though, don't we?
Damn straight.
We got our legionnaires.
We're impossible to understand.
Can we do a Roman
No.
cosplay? Okay.
Don Quiz. Fuck it. Were you all chubby dibbies as kids?
No.
I think we all
No.
went through a phase where we were pudgy for a period of our lives.
When I was a kid, I had very long blonde hair. I wasn't chubby. I
I had very
long.
blonde hair as well.
Was it long? I remember it just being similar, but like 3 times higher.
Surely
'cause
this
it
would have
grows
been
up.
before we knew James.
When I was a
Oh, I see.
baby, when I was like
Oh, when you're
2,
okay.
I had unbelievably
James
long.
didn't have blonde hair when.
I had the
we knew.
blondest
I was
hair
gonna
in
say.
the world. I'll find a picture of it somewhere. But I had the blondest hair in the world, and it was incredible. I was like the cutest baby, and now look at me. It's all gone
Not true.
wrong.
I was cuter. But what was the question again?
Were we all chubby?
No. My fattest version of myself was like 4-5 months ago. That's the fattest I've ever been, I think.
And what
Well,
did
I
you
don't think
weigh?
I've ever been considered fat.
I was like 12.5 stone. Now I'm like
That's what I weigh now.
11.
James is on the pursuit.
I was chubby in,
yeah,
I guess, year 8, year 9.
You're 8, you're 9.
Oh yeah, you were really chubby. Like
Thanks.
no, just like
I wasn't
remember.
really chubby.
No, but
No, you were
re-
just you had no like face, you know.
It was, you were
just
had
round.
you had longer hair and you were just chubby. You
Thinking about it, you were fucking obese. It's disgusting. No, but you know the way our dad always like thinks too much about things. You know, he'll like
Explain.
he'll talk to mum like if he's worried about something, he'll think it's a way bigger issue than it actually is.
Oh, right.
Because mum says to me that like dad was like proper concerned about your fatness. He was like, Alex has got like fat tits. It's disgusting. We
I
need
think
to put
I
him on a
overheard.
diet.
I think I overheard it once, and that's why I've got such mental issues.
And the thing with that he would say about me, like he was worried about my intelligence, because I was like, I was a what do you call it? It took me a while to sort of get my head around things, because I was like the youngest in the year.
You just
I mean-
weren't interested in like.
No.
Yeah.
But by the end of primary school, I was like average, slightly ahead.
Mm.
by the time sixth form, I was down fucking behind everyone else. But yeah, Dad would be like, Jim isn't very clever, is he?
I remember actually because we were on the same table in maths in like year 6.
In year 6, yeah.
We were the top table of like our year.
Were we?
Yeah. That's like how I think that's how, because obviously we met in year 2, but I think we were like proper when we were in maths in like year 6 and year 5.
Yeah, we became like friends in year 5.
Properly, yeah. It's weird.
I was a proper like keener in primary school.
Really?
I fucking loved primary school. I made it my mission to be like the first to finish the work so I could go up and have the teacher mark it. I was like that.
Fucking
I was
loser.
at maths.
I didn't give a fuck really ever.
Really?
Do you know what's actually?
I wanted to do well, but I didn't want to put in the effort to do well.
But then normally how that kind of behaviour balances itself out is that they do really well in school and then go on to be dentists and doctors.
Yeah.
So they're just completely loaded and don't have a problem in the world. But
It's weird because I
You went
remember
into fucking YouTube.
in school I was like I was pretty much like with the bad kids until like year 5. Like I'd get all detentions every single lunch, and then I was like properly friends with Jim, and then I never got detention ever since. That's kind of how.
you're lucky it was in primary school because that same group in like secondary, the bad things you get up to would be so much
Yeah.
worse.
You
than
would be a
compared to
total
primary
like
school.
pothead working at the like
Scrapyard.
the scrapyard.
But now I'm just like a guy
bin
who's
man.
training to be an accountant. You know,
Yeah.
Jim's saved my life. Jim saved me
welcome.
from, being arrested for like fucking smuggling cocaine or something.
No, you wouldn't progress to that higher class of criminal.
I'd just be a fucking weedy and Khan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! I just.
We've said it like 1,000 times.
Meme Lover 26 says, are you worried Rockstar will ruin Red Dead Redemption 2 with microtransactions which, in my opinion, ruin GTA Online?
Yes.
I'm not sure. Because 2K have been weirdly like... They've been saying things that suggest they're going to have a completely different business model
Really?
with this. Because I think the truth of the matter is that Red Dead Online doesn't have the allure of GTA 5 or GTA Online.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a feeling they might go with more single player like story DLC.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Does the game actually have multiplayer?
Yeah.
Has that been confirmed?
It's been confirmed. It's got Red Dead Online.
It's
instead
not
of-
coming out at the same time like GTA
No.
5.
Oh, really? Okay.
But because they've been saying like 2K or whoever the like
2K,
publisher
yeah.
is, they've been saying following trends like isn't how you make a big step in terms of making money and making a good game. Like
They're
you-
in the privileged position to be able to say that.
yeah.
After
Well, I mean, they
GTA
say that
5.
when they have GTA Online just riddled with
Mhm.
well, not even microtransactions.
Yeah, they do that.
Macro transactions.
Yeah.
So we're talking like £80 for one of the cash
Mm-hmm.
thingies.
Which you can't buy anything with.
But like I say, I can't really see them doing the same thing to Red Dead Online. Because I mean, it's way more limited being the setting that it's
Yeah,
in.
they can't do all this stuff without adding like bulletproof vehicles and all that. It's just like,
Yeah. You can't have a
what can they add?
bulletproof horse or
they
a
can
flying
have like
horse.
salons or bars and
It's inherently
ranches.
less arcadey and goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they did do that, it would ruin the allure anyway, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah,
Like, what
it's
would be
got to
entertaining
be
about
like a timepiece. You
Yeah.
know?
Like if you have like a robot horse or whatever, it's just a bit like.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Like,
I'm just gonna
all
go
I
back
can,
single
I can see
player.
them doing is having like, are they going to be like houses in GTA like Red Dead Online, like GTA 5?
They said there's like you have a camp, and I don't know how that works. But I
don't think they're
fuck
going to go.
knows how
I
they're
don't
going to
know-
do it.
I don't think they're going to go overboard. And I imagine if they do have like microtransactions, it will be like really tiny stuff that like doesn't affect anything.
I have no idea.
I want them to
Like
focus.
I can only go on what they've said, which is hard to trust. But it seems like they're doing something completely different.
It is a worry, because it ruins the allure of GTA Online for
It
me,
ruins the accessibility, which is
and it completely ruins the progression.
yeah. But I mean, well,
Utterly
I think
shatters
the
it.
progression would be fine But like the most fun thing in the game, which is free roam with your friends, you know, just ruined by the stuff other people have because they have dropped £80 on a cash.
But you can't get it unless
thing.
you spend money as well.
Yeah,
What
exactly.
I
You can,
found-
but you have to put in so much. So
no,
much
but like
work.
I did all the heists or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I've got enough money to buy like a vehicle that I want, but they add like extra steps, so you have to spend more.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wanted that vehicle that was like a ramp, so you can just
Yeah,
ramp
but you
through
need to buy a
everything.
business, and then from the business you need to buy like the
Yeah.
special vehicle
What I find
garage.
my massive problem with that is they turned like to the GTA online thing or Rockstar thing is Red Dead and GTA 4. Think of what you had to do in there. You made your own fun. I can straight up say the best moment in Red Dead is 100 times better than my best moment in GTA 5 because they made GTA 5 online. It's all about progressing. It's not about just creating your own fun. It's like, I've got to get this car. You're always working towards something, so it's not just like, I'm going to play this, no objective, just
It's a
gonna have
blessing
fun.
and a curse. I think GTA Online was at its peak at the release of the first heist thingy. Like,
Yeah, I
the
had fun
stuff
with
that
that.
you had access to wasn't too OP.
Mm-hmm.
There was some pretty fucky stuff, but I mean, like, you can get around that.
It's
And
like-
the progression felt fair for the most part, but that they just kept going and going and going, and like the new cars that they add, they're not particularly good, but just because they're new, the in-game price of them is fucking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think when you're adding money into this online scenario, it's like money and working towards things is always on your mind in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you can't just go have fun and be creative.
Yeah, I know what you mean,
You're just like, I want to buy this car so I can't die. So I got to save money, and you can't just.
We don't
have
want to like chill out and have fun in free roam because it's like you feel like you're wasting your time. You should be progressing,
It's like-
doing missions.
I remember
making
like
money
GTA
somehow.
4 online, and we just like nick a car and drive around and just find shit to do, and it was fun.
Mhm.
Red Dead, we just get wagons and launch them across the map.
I have
and it's
fond
just like-
memories of Red Dead.
Yeah.
Not even doing anything as thought out as a heist.
No.
Just
like
goofing around,
the only thing.
ragdolling down a hill.
The only
Yeah.
thing you had to do was like the stronghold, which were DLC. They were a DLC. You couldn't access them or get anything from them.
That was only some. Do you mean like the gang hideouts?
Yeah,
Only
one
some of them.
Only one of them wasn't, but the others were, and it's
No,
like
there were loads of non-DLC ones.
yeah,
Like most of
yeah.
them
I
weren't
remember
DLC.
they came out on an update though, didn't they? They weren't originally in the game.
I think it was originally in the game. There were like where you could get the explosive rifle and stuff.
Yeah,
if
but
you
it's
found
like
it.
you do that, but that was fun because it was just like you get a bit of XP and you just get.
Well, yeah, it's like pacing. You can pace it yourself. You can ride around doing
Yeah.
stupid shit
and
and
then
go into a
it's
gang
just like
hideout.
besides that, we'd go to the hill where you can go on your horse and wag all the way down, and that's all we did. And it
Yeah.
was just fun, and it was just crazy, and we glitched the game, and we just had our own fun.
It makes me wonder though, like if we could enjoy it now, because I mean, we were kids. We were like 14, 15, just doing like pretty much the same thing every day after school and loving it. But
No, but I still think if Red Dead 2 Online is kind of like not having this progressive focused like GTA Online stuff, I imagine we would still have a blast on it.
yeah,
But I think
the main thing, I just want it to be balanced. Like I want to be able to put in no time, hop into Red Dead Online, and not just be fucking destroyed by everything around me.
But did Red Dead 1 had that problem though? Because as soon as you went online, you had a donkey and you had that really slow
Yeah.
revolver. Yeah, you
It
couldn't-
sort of was, but I mean, like people couldn't hunt you down quite so easily. I don't remember ever being griefed in the same way I have been in GT Online by any means.
But at times when we did get griefed, it would be like 3 of us, and we would just fucking group them back because there was
Mhm.
three against 1. It was
Like,
definitely a lot
with
less
GT
than what it
Online,
was.
because I bought it on PC recently, and you start as level 0 or whatever. All you have is a pistol, and you just go in, dudes in jets, helicopters, motorcycles that have rocket launchers on them and can fly, and you just spawn in, and everything is just killing you, and there's nothing you can do. So does it want you to just play by yourself? Like, what's the fucking point?
I honestly, I can't remember a really special moment I had on GTA Online. Not one. There's no moment where it's like, that was a really good moment.
You didn't play it that much, to be fair. You stopped playing it quite.
The heists were good.
Yeah, the heists were
I came
a
back
lot
for
of
the
fun.
heist, but after that it was just like, it's because of what the issues you've stated. It's just
Mhm.
like, it's like my weird problem with games is that if I feel like I'm getting like behind, I can't play it. And with GTA Online, I felt that instantly. It was just like, okay, everyone has everything. I'm just like, I can't. So then I stopped playing, and I can't get back into it now because of it.
Paichu says, "What's the best thing you've ever tasted?"
Fresh, really fresh shelled prawns in butter, salty butter. Incredible.
Jim?
Sammy's chips with garlic mayo.
Oh,
We need to
I
go.
nearly just drove off and got some earlier.
We need to go on holiday somewhere in the Mediterranean, and we just need to buy loads of lovely fish. And you can have salad. But
Why not just go to Sammy's?
Sammy's doesn't do really good like fish.
Yeah, but he does chips.
Can we go get some Sammy's chips?
I kind of feel like... Anyway, next
My
question.
answer would be,
Oh, yeah.
for some reason I have this really vivid memory of Dad making a beef Wellington. It's the only time he ever made it.
Mm-hmm. I
It's-
sort of remember.
It was for some special occasion, and I remember just being like, "Never heard of this before," and just like having it and being like,
My honest answer is Sammy's chips. I don't know. It's too difficult of a question.
No,
I've tasted so it's whatever I feel like at the time.
Yeah.
Like it might be some Oreos, and that just really hits the spot.
"No, do you know what's perfect with Oreos?
What?
It's not when you have one, but you have to have about 4 in a row, and then it kind of builds up this
Yeah.
flavor."
Mm-hmm.
I hate that
coats
flavour.
your mouth.
Yeah,
I literally hate that.
really.
I only eat
That's the
one.
best thing about them,
I eat one and I'm like, "Oh."
and it's why you eat popcorn in like handfuls and not one by one.
Yeah.
No, I have that with Maltesers. Like, if I...
Oh god, I can't do that with Maltesers. I have to eat them one by one and suck on them a bit so it melts, and then the under bit goes a bit soft. So
Yeah,
on
your
your
teeth
tongue,
don't
it goes
scrape.
No,
Yeah.
but with Maltesers, it's what I've said to you guys. I can eat a box of them, like, insanely quickly, because it's just like, as soon as one and you crunch it, it's just like, I have to eat all of them. It's like, I was sitting at work one day having a small box, and I ate it in about 2 minutes. I was just like...
I have this thing about chalk that gives me the shivers, like the texture of chalk, and I get that same feeling when eating Maltesers.
When you crunch in and it's all...
When you
I can see that. Yeah.
it's something
can
to do
feel
with
that.
like the way your teeth scrape the hard bit
Mhm.
before it,
There's like a
bites
brief
through.
second where it does that,
and it's horrible. I hate it.
but it's so delicious.
They
You
taste
have to-
really, really good, but it's just a texture thing that fucks me over in the long run.
I love them. It's like, I want to be buried in Maltesers. Fill my coffin with Maltesers. That's all I want.
Shani, are you okay? Says this is a serious question. If ghosts were real and you became one after death, who and where would you haunt? What would your preferred method of haunting be, and why? Well, James would be the blowjob ghost from Ghostbusters.
Yes.
What?
Definitely.
Just give a blowjob to the person I haunt, like
Mhm.
in the most awkward situations. Just
That would
blowjob
actually-
time.
I'd be Zen Slimer, and I'd haunt your Lego room.
Why would you put slime all over my Lego?
No, I'd like turn all of your Lego sets into Zen Slimers.
No. What you do is
That'd
you
be
just
horrible.
you switch
exactly.
over the hairs and all the Lego figures.
Oh, that would
That
would
would
give
be the
Alex a conniption.
I
would go on an adventure, put on my ghost backpack and just
go.
go. No, I would haunt astronauts in space.
That's fucked up. That's gonna like kill them.
But they might not even notice I'm haunting them because I'll be holding the pencil going like that.
Yeah, I'll be the blowjobler. That's my ghost.
Everyone's favourite ghost.
So if I die and people are randomly getting blowjobs, you know. It's,
So
I'm
because
about.
ghosts are invisible, so is it possible that in that movie it's a male ghost sucking off
Yeah.
and he just doesn't give a fuck?
Would you?
Yeah. Not just because it's
I
a
remember
man.
when I watched it as a kid and I just didn't know what was happening
Yeah.
in that scene.
Yeah.
Wait, the blowjob is actually real?
In Ghostbusters, there's a scene where Dan Aykroyd's lying in bed and then suddenly his like belt comes undone. And then it shows a picture where the frame is his face and he just goes, oh. It's really funny.
That's me. Yeah, I'm that ghost.
You're the ghost that just follows Dan Aykroyd around and sucks him off. And that's why
you believe in
yeah.
ghosts.
I mean, if there's going to be any reason to believe in them.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, if you're dead, you know, you might as well just, you know, blowjob everyone, you know.
All right.
Edgar Ostja says, has YouTube changed your lives in any way you wouldn't expect?
We wouldn't have these sofas.
Also, what is your favourite and least favourite aspect of doing YouTube?
Having to waste my time every week sitting on this chair.
Best aspect, when we record, Alex normally buys dinner. Worst aspect, sometimes when we record, Alex doesn't buy dinner.
We've got to buy it
I
ourselves.
don't know if we mentioned it before, but there was like a good, must have been
Fucking
8
hell.
months
If not longer.
or longer.
of Domino's every single.
But every week,
Once a week.
I would just buy Domino's.
Back then, the feed 4 for however much was way cheaper. It was
I
like
think it was
feed 4
19
for
quid.
£4 each or something.
Yeah,
Fucking mad.
inflation,
No,
bro.
but we wouldn't just buy that though, because there was times when we'd buy every dessert on the menu, or we'd just buy
There was
loads.
that was an embarrassing time.
Yeah, because they
and they
didn't
forgot like
deliver.
half of the desserts.
And then I had to call to get the other two, and then the other two were really bad. The tiramisu
Mhm.
and whatever the other one was.
I don't remember getting fat though then.
No.
I guess I was
No, I
swimming,
was
like,
actually really
3-4
healthy then.
times a week, yeah. So I guess it was alright in the end. Just a massive waste
No,
of money.
but that time just like it makes me unhappy because we're in a tiny flat, and it was just like,
Oh, I love the flat.
and it just felt really cold as well.
Cold?
Yeah, it was like the winter, and it's just like, oh god, it's cold. I can't do this. I'm really not looking forward to winter.
Should we give genuine answers though?
Yeah.
YouTube has changed.
Has.
I mean, we wouldn't be here right now. James would be just fuck knows.
Be a ghost probably sucking
Yeah,
off.
he'd be a ghost
Put Dan
sucking people
Aykroyd.
off. We got some pretty sweet sofas from YouTube.
We got a pretty sweet. Yeah.
I'd say the biggest thing it's done is it's like kept us four together.
Mm-hmm.
No, but do you actually
Well, I mean-
do you honestly think we would have like stopped if we didn't?
I think we wouldn't have an excuse to regularly
Yeah.
meet up. I mean, this is like a natural evolution from what the dog walks used to be.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
true.
definitely. It is a good thing. But even then, like, we still see each other outside of the weekly shit. Like, we're going for a
No,
milk
but
run, like-
it always lapses though. Having a thing every week.
It's like it just makes sure that we don't
Mm-hmm.
spread apart. I mean,
Yeah.
I doubt we would have ever
Yeah.
spread apart, like, no matter what.
No,
but-
if all of us had spread apart, it would have been me. Like, I think you two and Ruben would have stayed. But me, I would have just, like, drifted into,
well,
like,
there was a time before we properly started recording Jar when we would barely ever see you. When you had that, like,
Yeah.
apprenticeship.
yeah.
Yeah, true.
We would
We
like,
would only
never
see you on the like Facebook group chat or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that time because I was just, like, so fucking, like, whole like, with work and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And now it's, like, every week on the dot, you know, we're together. It's good. It's like it's like, what's the next evolution from this when Jar Media, like,
Dies.
yeah, fucking holidays every week, just like going to fucking Spain, boys.
Once a week.
If one of us wins the lottery.
If you want to pay for it, that's cool.
Well, no, we need to do the holiday stuff.
And the
We
question
haven't
was
done that yet.
changing lives in a way we wouldn't expect. probably a good answer though.
Well, I mean,
Your one.
your answer makes more. I mean, it doesn't.
Well, no. Well, I think a generic kind of answer would be it's just like giving us more confidence because we're just like doing this in front of like people.
That's true.
It's just like I'm someone who doesn't speak. I'm very shy. I'm quiet, but like I never had
as well.
I never had
Like-
confidence, and you can clearly see that in the first episodes. Like I was so quiet and I didn't talk, but now it's just like you just do.
That's the weird thing about YouTube. And I think that's why people like it, is how you can make other people feel a part of like small enclosed kind of. I think that's why people like the JARCAST or listen to it.
Yeah,
'Cause it's just like it feels like you're in the room.
it's
you're
quite
just
a
part of the-
personal
Yeah,
thing.
but there are like thousands of ears and eyes looking on it that we can't.
Yeah, you don't
Like
feel
envision.
it as much.
It's not like being on a stage and performing.
Fuck that.
I could
Yeah.
not do that at all.
I'd like to do a live podcast.
I'd do a live podcast, but I
Maybe.
wouldn't do
Who,
like
though?
a live speech.
Just by yourself.
Just by myself. What's up? Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night. Just bring Argy on stage and everyone will just be clapping and cheering.
Yeah, I could do it. I think if you know, if you ever
I could
get
do
that-
it if I fucking chugged 3 bottles of wine.
I
You
could
do that,
It.
I'd be alright. Ruben might need to join you.
I'd be.
Ruben wouldn't need to,
incredibly
but he would.
shy. No, because you want him to, because then he'd legit. twerk.
He'd twerk. He'd
So we
actually
need to-
twerk with a
you
live
really
audience.
think he needs to do that to be convinced to...
We know how Ruben is.
We might get kicked out of the venue though if he starts
Yeah,
doing
true.
He'll just walk into some other person's room and just twerking his way in. Just, JARCAST gets kicked out of insomnia or whatever.
I don't think there's any bad things though that I can think of from YouTube.
that. I have some bad things. Because my
Well,
entire life revolves
Yeah,
around it. Is the
yours is
difference.
a lot more consumed.
It's like
Normal
it's my angle and my devil. YouTube. It's like the best thing in the world, but also the worst as well. Where you just can't
Yeah.
stop thinking about it. It's
I-
always looming over you.
Saying that, when you really like something
Mm-hmm.
and you turn it into work,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
is
Mm-hmm.
like a
Well, luckily
killer.
the JARCAST is so vague.
Yeah.
It doesn't really do that.
I
That's-
just my drawer.
Bro. That's the thing. We only record for 1 hour a week, every week.
And it can be about whatever we want. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't even have to be on a subject.
But when I start my YouTube channel,
Whereas, like, on
that's
my
gonna
channel,
change.
On his channel, he has to be.
If I
very
really
thoughtful
don't feel
with the
like
topic.
writing a 5-page review of a fucking shit film
Mm-hmm.
like that,
Gotta do it. Gotta get
No,
on that
that's right.
grind.
Char's the fun part of YouTube. It's just us. It's our fun. It's our little world.
it's just real, bro.
Yeah, we're hardcore.
It's like anal.
Shoot me into Chechnya.
What?
With that, we're kind of at the end, boys.
Do one more
Do
quick fire.
anal, though?
We've only got a minute.
Do one more quick fire, quick.
With a man.
No, like with a girl, obviously.
What was the question?
Would you ever do anal?
Would I ever? Yes.
So you'd receive.
I said that, and you
I do anything.
Alex would receive.
get pegged by a woman or pounded
Whichever
by a man.
your choice, to be honest.
I'm a giver and a taker,
Yeah, Jim's a true equal
I'm
man.
quite sensitive about my bungholio, so
Yeah,
you
same.
know.
Well, no, well, sometimes you do massive poos. It's just,
It's not quite the same, but
What is? Have you ever done a really big poo and it's been like...
have you ever had a poo that feels spiky?
Yeah.
What about those ones that like really hurt afterwards? Then you have to like go. While you
No,
recover.
the worst kind is like the big ones, but when it's
Just
like...
me.
It's like a bit mushy, so when you're trying to push the last bit out, because it's mushy, you can't, there's like no resistance, and you're trying to push, and it's just like, and you can't push it out, because it's just so like...
And on that note, that's the end of this episode.
Thank you
Thanks
for watching this episode of the Jar Media podcast.
Because the camera's gone out, you're gonna animate this bit.
I hope you
Yeah.
have a lovely...
24 frames a second.
I hope you have a lovely rest of the week, and we'll catch you on the next
Stop looking at the camera. It's gone out. Bye.
Angry Joe Show.
I looked at the camera when I did. Yeah.